court for the announcement of the jury's decision in ASAP Rocky's 2 felony counts of assault with a semi-automatic firearm. Again, the jury deliberated for 2 to 4 hours today. We understand that will be read momentarily, so we're just going to check in, leave up the mics, and see what we hear in downtown LA.
What we're going to do, folks, is Deputy Bennett is going to give the verdict forms to juror number 1. Juror number 1, I want you to look at the verdict forms, and I'm going to want to know whether these verdict forms reflect your true and correct verdicts. Juror 2, I'd like you to look over her shoulder so you can review the verdict forms. And I'm going to want to know from you whether these are your true and correct verdicts. Once I've heard from both of you, give the verdict forms to juror number 3. Juror 3, look at the verdict forms. Juror 4, look over her shoulder. So ultimately, I'm going to want to hear from all 12 of you whether these verdict forms reflect your individual true and correct verdicts. Everybody understand? All right. You got it? Put these two in the morning. Juror number 1, are those your true and correct verdicts? Juror number 2?
Yes.
Juror 3 and 4?
Yes.
Juror 5 and 6? Juror 5, are those your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Juror 6?
Yes.
All right, let's get the verdict forms to juror 7. Juror 8, look over her shoulder. Juror number 7, those are your true and correct verdicts? Juror 7?
Yes.
Juror 8?
Yes.
9 and 10? Juror 9?
Yes.
Juror 10?
Yes.
11 and 12. Juror 11?
Yes.
Juror 12?
Yes.
All right, all jurors have stated that the verdict forms reflect their individual true and correct verdict. Alex, read the verdict.
Yes, Your Honor. The Los Angeles Superior Court, County of Los Angeles. People of the State of California versus Joaquin Mayers. Case number BA 508142-01. We, the jury in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Joaquin Mayers, not guilty of the
Not get the audience. Or you cannot get the audience.
Hold it down, hold it down. The verdict has to be read on count.
Yes, sir. Repeat again. We, the jury, above entitled action, find the defendant, Joaquin Mayers, not guilty of the semi-automatic firearm in violation of Penal Code Section 245, Section B, a felony is charging count 1 of the information this 18th day of February 2025, jury seat number 9, 4-person.
All right.
Title for the cause. We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Joaquin Mayers, not guilty of the crime of assault with a firearm in violation of Penal Code Section 245, Section B, a felony is charging count 2 of the information this 18th day of February 2025, juror seat number 9, 4-person.
During this trial, I watched you periodically. You did what we asked of you at the very beginning, which is to give both sides a fair trial, pay attention, use your common sense, apply the law, and base your verdict on the evidence. I know you took extensive notes, and you took this as seriously as any jury could. We cannot have jury trials without folks like you. So you certainly have my gratitude. I want to extend to you my best wishes. Again, thank you. The admonition to not discuss the case no longer applies. You can talk about the case with anybody if you want to, or nobody if you don't want to. Alex has your certificates of completion. You can take your juror badges with you. Thank you again. You are excused.
Everybody remain seated in the public. We're going to let the jurors walk out first.
All right, you just have heard from the jury there that they found ASAP Rocky not guilty of 2 felony counts of assault from a 2001 shooting. And again, this is breaking news. A verdict reached in the assault trial involving ASAP Rocky, not guilty. And of course, if you were just tuned in a minute ago, you heard the eruption of cheers in the courtroom. Good evening. You're watching the KTLA 5 News at 5. I'm Cher Calvin.
And I'm Micah Ullman. Thank you for joining us again. This involving an argument he had with a former friend in Hollywood in 2021. That friend claimed that a gun was used and that shots were fired in his direction and that in fact he was injured in his hand. ASAP Rocky's defense team all along has maintained it was a prop gun that was used. And keep in mind, ASAP Rocky rejected a plea deal pre-trial that would have netted him 180 days in jail. Instead, deciding to let this go to trial and facing, if found guilty on those 2 felony counts, up to 24 years in prison. So it was a big risk on the part of ASAP Rocky and his defense team, and a risk that has paid off. Rachel Menitoff is live in downtown LA. Rachel.
Yes, Micah, Cher, we heard cheers inside the courtroom as the verdict was announced. And as you mentioned, ASAP Rocky found not guilty of 2 counts of felony assault with a semi-automatic handgun. He was accused of shooting at a former friend turned enemy. He had been accused of shooting at Terrell Efron, also known as ASAP Rocky, during an argument in Hollywood back in 2021. And during the closing arguments, the jury heard conflicting stories about what happened on the night of November 6th, 2021. The prosecution alleged Rocky used a 9mm semi-automatic handgun to shoot at Rocky twice, with 1 bullet grazing his knuckles. Rocky's defense, on the other hand, maintained the Grammy-nominated star was in possession of a harmless prop gun which shot blanks, and this does not constitute a crime. Witnesses, including Rocky's tour manager, backed this claim. Neither side, though, was able to produce the actual gun used during trial. And with surveillance footage that was too grainy to be definitive, jurors were left to weigh this conflicting testimony. Now, back out here live, we are hoping and expecting now to hear from ASAP Rocky's defense attorney. We heard cheers inside the courtroom when this verdict was read. We know that Rocky is in the courtroom. We saw his longtime partner, Rihanna, also walk into the courtroom. And so now there's a large group of local and national media outlets waiting to hear from both the defense and the prosecution following this verdict.